Welcome to this week's episode of 60 Seconds with the Superintendent. Well, typically at this time, I dish it off to wherever we're going or whatever we're talking about. But this week, we're talking about something I created a few years ago called our Student Advisory Council. Now, here's what we want to do. We want to get your thoughts, and we want to do this. As a superintendent, you still want to have those connections with students. And so a few years ago, I had the idea of getting a group of students together to ask them questions, to get their feedback, to look at topics that were on the minds of our students so that we could make sure we were doing work that was having a positive impact on their experiences in our school district.
I want to get more student understanding.
For me, being on the Student Advisory Council means it's really nice because I get to put a student perspective onto their district because usually they form from teachers, but it's nice for the students to get a say.
Service-based club?
Our council has 2 students in grades 6 through 12. Our first meeting of the year is always talking about what's on the minds of our kids and what topics do they want to talk about. And then we set the agenda for our entire year and use those meetings to give us feedback and to provide insight on those topics that are important to them.
So that worked really well for you?
I act as a voice for the SHS community basically, which is really cool because I get to kind of play a role in promoting academic interests and kind of making sure that the educational experiences are kind of adapted to every single student at SHS, which I think is really cool.
The great thing about the group is once the students are on the group, they are here for their entire school experience from 6th grade to 12th grade. So it gives us a chance to build a sense of safety and security and openness within the group.
At the middle school level?
I feel like what has been most enjoyable for me is being able to collaborate with all these very passionate people who have very, very bright ideas on how to progressively change Strongsville City Schools. For example, we had a project where we suggested the idea of more direct collaboration between students and teachers, and I love the idea of perhaps bridging the gap and increasing and improving communication between those 2 different groups.
It's also been nice to see the high schoolers take our middle schoolers under their wing and really develop meaningful relationships with them and bonds. And that really gives a familiar face as our middle schoolers come up to the high school as well as being comfortable in our group.
I just felt like I was welcome, honestly. I didn't see a huge barrier. At first I was nervous because, there's people older than me, but now I'm comfortable just talking to people because that's just what they are, people.
As a school district, we're here for one reason, and that's for our students. And this group has been truly phenomenal in providing feedback and guidance on our work. As always, thanks for watching, and go make it a great Mustang week.